guys, my name's Dan, and this reaction comes from SunnyV2. This is How Diary of a Wimpy Kid 4 Destroyed Rodrick's Life. Now, this is interesting because I am aware of this series and I have seen the movies, but not all of them. I've only seen the first three. I haven't seen the fourth one, so I don't really know where exactly this is going, and it doesn't look anything good. I hope it's not too brutal, but I think we know it probably will be. But before we get into it, please check all those links I have for you down in the description below. More specifically, SunnyV2's link if you haven't already. It's a great way to support them. And a great and easy way to support me is to go right below this video and click all those buttons down there, because also lets you see future reactions that I do, but also helps my channel to grow. And without any further ado, let's go.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid 4 hired a whole different cast from the 3 original movies.
Really?
The replacement they used for Rodrick was so brutally criticized it ruined the actor's life.
Wow.
I did go through a depressive episode for almost 3 years afterwards, and it kind of ruined my acting career.
You see, the original Rodrick set the bar extremely high.
Sure
he
did.
was simply a downright legend. OG Rodrick was the cool big brother that everyone looks up to, whilst also being very relatable as a character. In most Diary of a Wimpy Kid character tier lists, Rodrick is often placed in top position.
He's going at S. Best character in the series. He's always great.
And then a Reddit post asking what's your favorite Diary of a Wimpy Kid character, about 80% of people said Rodrick was the best. Much of the character's charm was aided by the actor, with people even calling it the Devin Bostic effect. He played Rodrick into an unbelievably likable character, but Devin Bostic couldn't play Rodrick forever. He was already 19 in the first Wimpy Kid movie, and would have been 26 if he appeared in the fourth. Greg Heffley faced a similar problem. Whilst filming the first movie, he was only 12, making him 19 with facial hair by 2017. Creator of the series, Jeff Kinney, said, "The Wimpy Kid movies are different from Harry Potter, which follows the kids as they age. Main character Greg is frozen in his pre-adolescent amber. You cannot continue to play a wimpy kid when you have muscles and a deep voice."
Yeah, and in that case, that's when you just stop making movies altogether, because why make a fourth one? There's not really much point outside of, I guess, maybe just a cash grab.
As a result, for the fourth movie, they'd replace the entire cast.
Yikes!
But the studio didn't tell anyone until the trailer dropped, understandably frustrating the fan
What the hell?
Oh, hell no. WTF, really? I prefer the old cast. The new Greg looks like 5. Bad. I want the old actors back, please. I have a really bad feeling about this. This bad feeling turned out to be correct, as whilst the studio was testing the movie, we got a lot of laughs, says Kinney. Then the lights came on and people started asking, why didn't they use the old cast? They were genuinely confused about why we'd replace such a good cast.
Like everybody!
It took us a little bit off guard. Ironically, the movie begins with Greg stating this.
This combination of people is just not working.
But there was
No,
one
it's
specific
not.
character who really didn't work. The new Rodrick looks like Lord Farquaad. Rodrick is now a Japanese girl. They seriously couldn't find another Rodrick? They had to pick someone who looks like they've been adopted. This comment made a pretty good point, especially when looking at scenes like this one. The actor Charlie Wright was part Japanese and had totally different features to the two
like why would you cast?
And while the original Rodrick looked like a teenage band member, the new Rodrick didn't. He didn't exactly look like a person who'd be wearing a Motorhead t-shirt. The original Rodrick was also the perfect mix of dumb, smart, evil, and encouraging, whilst they wrote the new Rodrick to just be a stupid imbecile with 0 positive qualities.
I got us a microwave pizza.
Wow.
Rodrick?
Really? In a safe?
Being only Charlie Wright's 4th ever acting role, his overall performance wasn't exactly amazing, and the internet was quick to let him know. They first mocked his appearance through physical comparison. The Joker, Michael Jackson, Lord Farquaad, Lil Tay, Johnny Depp, Edna from The Incredibles, Leafy is here, the chef from Ratatouille, Randall from Monsters Inc.
Oh my god!
Rodrick even looked like a kid the old Rodrick would bully. Whilst all of this was happening, #NotMyPresident was trending on Twitter, which people adopted and parodied to read #NotMyRodrick. It was photoshopped onto some paper held by Devin Bostick, leading the hashtag to go mega viral.
Wow.
It gained over 200,000 individual Instagram posts, all of which roasting fourth movie Rodrick in their own unique way. He went from "your daughter calls me daddy" to "can I talk to your manager?"
Oh my God!
Rodrick. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Name a bigger downgrade, I'll wait. People value the old Rodrick more than ending world hunger.
Yikes!
And even re-edited the second movie to have old Rodrick roast new Rodrick.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, when they look through the pictures, I remember that.
Can you explain what you're doing in this photo? That's not me.
The hashtag became so popular, people then began a movement. On Monday, March 27th, when we returned to school, everyone please write #NotMyRodrick on your wrist, which hundreds if not thousands of people actually did.
What the hell?
Friend, hey, you've been wearing long sleeves a lot lately. Are you okay? Me, yeah, I'm fine. Not my Rodrick. In the process, they changed his Wikipedia. Charlie Wright is a greasy corn-looking leafy is here.
Oh
Jeffy
my
stars
God!
cousin with Down syndrome. Lord Farquaad imposter Willy Wonka-looking Pleakley freak, who's playing my
That
daddy
is
Rodrick
messed
Heffley
up.
in the 2017
Listen, I don't care how bad his performance was. This is just bullying at this point.
film Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul. As you can see, he looks like corn and or a soccer mum. This is not Rodrick. His old Instagram posts filled with nothing but insults, while literally dozens of petitions called for old Rodrick back, one of which gaining over 20,000 signatures.
Oh my God.
Another petition was proposed on the Wimpy Kid subreddit. Change upvotes to the true Rodrick and downvotes to the fake Rodrick. Almost 7,000 people agreed. Things had gotten so bad, they'd get help from the old Rodrick.
Fox just sent me the new trailer for Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul and asked me to make a reaction video.
Who was encouraging to the replacement.
I just wanted to say to Charlie Wright, the new Rodrick, I gracefully pass on this torch as Rodrick. It's time to let go and know that there's a new man in town and someone's got to rock and roll and it's you.
But people didn't buy it.
Of
He
course
tried
not.
to be nice, but inside he's screaming. I thought he was about to cry when he saw the Walmart version Rodrick. You can literally see his sadness from his eyes, even if he's not expressing
Well, he's probably expressing the sadness because it's a character he played for so long and he's not going to be playing it anymore.
it. Despite the hardcore backlash, the studio thought fans would learn to love the new cast.
But I think that the new cast does a great job.
Kinney believes audiences will come around.
Delusional.
People are still so invested, he says. It's gonna take kids a few minutes to adjust to the new cast, and then we're off to the races.
I think it's going to be the best Diary of a Wimpy Kid yet.
A professional
Delusional.
critic even said, "The Long Haul is going to be his movie of the summer," says McNamara, who doesn't envision the outcry hurting the movie's box office or home release. However, this wasn't the case. Despite its budget of $22 million, the film opened to earnings of $7.1.
Oh, God.
It received just 4.3 stars on IMDb and a measly 19% on Rotten
Yikes.
Tomatoes. This film is unwatchable. I suffered through 91 minutes, which somehow felt longer than the extended edition of Fellowship of the Ring. The new cast was
I remember that. I remember watching that and being like, when is this movie going to end?
horrific. The script was aimed at toddlers, and the acting was the worst that I've seen in recent memory. The movie was further blasted in videos such as this one, with 24 frames of Nick stating, "I legit almost puked while watching this movie. I had to pause and rewatch the originals just to keep my sanity." Jason Drucker, who played fourth movie Greg Heffley, explained he almost deleted social media due to the backlash,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he wasn't even the primary target of the hate campaign. So how did Charlie Wright feel? Well, 7 years after the movie first came out, he'd make his own YouTube channel and post a video titled "Life is Not My Rodrick."
When the world found out that I was playing Rodrick, they weren't very happy. People just didn't like me. I don't know.
He'd explain what had happened as a result of the hashtag.
The random death threats were a little disturbing.
Yeah,
And
that's a
to have
bit
people
much.
saying that they wished I was dead just for doing my job and being in a movie was kind of crazy.
Also
Yeah.
mentioning they cancelled 2 planned sequels.
The other 2 films that were planned to go ahead after this one were canceled.
Meaning he missed out on a massive sum of money.
So for the first movie, I made $75,000. Now, had we made a second movie, I would have ended up making $125,000 for that one. Okay, last but not least, if we made a third movie, I would have made $300,000 on that one.
He'd therefore struggle with his mental health.
I did go through a depressive episode for almost 3 years afterwards,
making leaving his house a troubling experience.
So I had this feeling that whenever I went out, people were either like judging me or hating me or laughing at me.
And as a result, he'd just retire from acting completely.
It kind of ruined my acting career. And to be honest, I never really liked acting.
The saddest part, as suggested here, was that he didn't deserve any of it.
Nope.
His style was chosen by the production team.
Yeah, so this wasn't my idea at all. I don't know why they decided to go with this weird haircut. I just remember going to the makeup trailer every day and having them put an insane amount of hairspray until it turned into like this really crusty, hard helmet bob.
And as a result, everyone instead began to defend him. The internet owes you an apology.
They sure do.
Sometimes people forget that actors are real people with real feelings. Goes through a 3-year depression slump and comes back to forgive his undeserving audience. What a class act. Wishing you the best, Charlie. I do know nothing declared we should be ashamed.
What I'm trying to get across is that we shouldn't have attacked Wright or anyone else. Our best option should have been to stay silent and not watch the movie because Wright is a human being.
Twitter began to state, while I personally hated the movie and the characters, including Rodrick, Charlie Wright should never have received those nasty comments.
Not even for a
Therefore,
second.
his positive attitude has been extremely admirable.
Do you regret doing the movie? No, not at all. It was and still is the best acting experience I've ever had in my life, and I find myself very lucky to have been able to do that movie and portray that character.
All right, well, at least he was able to come out on the other side of it okay, but I could certainly see why he would have to sort of deal with all of that, just all the depression, because just you have insults coming at you left and right, and then those death threats, that is so extreme. Like, whenever people get outraged by something, there's always a few that take it a bit too far, and that's definitely way too far. Like, if you don't like a movie, say you don't like it, and then just move on. Like, the more time you spend on it, it's just a waste. Like, why bother spending your time talking about something that you don't like? Just imagine that for a second. Think about something that you don't like at all, and then imagine talking about it for just days on end. That's what this feels like. Like, if you're going to talk about something you like. Talk about something you enjoy. If you didn't like this movie, fine. If you didn't like the character, you didn't like the recast, fine, whatever. Just move on with your life. Go watch something or do something you enjoy instead of just throwing out these death threats to people you don't even know. You don't even know this person. You're never going to meet this person in real life. Just stop it. Anyways, that will do it for me here. Comment down below. Let me know, what did you think about this one? Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Check all those links I have for you down in the description below. Then lastly, and most importantly, I want to give a huge shout out to all my $5 and up supporters on Patreon: Luchador, Cruising, Wolverine310, Kester Cronage, Joseph McSweeney, Raymond Bright, Joshy, Chris Curtis, Ann Perry, Fox Coffany, Misa2, Lily the Snoopy Fan, Jenny the Swifty, Allison the Aesthetic Girl, Flea Street Viscount, Emily the Flower Lover, Sophie the Sunset Girl, Summer the Dog Lover, Misa3, Arrow Hamster, Inca Linquist, Aubrey the Charlie Brown Lover, Thomas Shawanowit, Carter Resnick, Kamo Bethia, MB Cardall, and Chris. And if you too would like to have a shout out at each and every one of my videos, please head on over to patreon.com/Reactor for more, and I will see you guys next time.